Hey everybody, Trevor back again, author of Zeitgeist, the Complete Trilogy, available now on Amazon.com. How are you guys doing? So, not too long ago, a subscriber of mine was like, hey man, you should look at some of these Paldea Pokemon. I was like, oh, okay. And not thinking much of it. I bought Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet. No, I didn't buy Scarlet and Violet. Sword and Shield, is that the wrong region? I don't even know. It just goes to show you how much I know about modern Pokemon. Anyway, I did buy Sword and Shield back in 2019. I sold them fairly quickly because I was not happy with them. I never bought Scarlet and Violet. I thought about it, but then I heard how bad and buggy they were and how ugly they were and whatnot. And the Pokemon looked really dumb, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not going to get that then. But I wanted to start off by saying, let's dive into some of these, take a look at some of these together. Some of these are really stupid, and some of them aren't that bad, actually. You know, if you guys have been watching my videos for some time, you'll kind of notice I'm kind of coming around on some of these modern Pokemon, actually. Maybe it's not so bad after all. You know, I know it's kind of crazy to hear a Gen 1 OG like myself, Gen 1 and 2 guy say that, but it is possible. All of us, any of us can come around, and I think on some things I'm starting to come around on some of these designs, you know? So let's take a look at some. Anyway, let's start with this guy, Annihilape. He's fighting in Ghost. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Look what they did to Primeape. Very interesting. I really like the eyes. I like his general ghostly, menacing appearance. I actually really enjoy this one. I like how he's missing one of his bracelets, and the other one is like cracked because his arms are so jacked. That's kind of interesting. Really like the colors here. This is a nice little digital painting. You can actually kind of tell what kind of brush he used on the hair, because you can see he used a basic round brush, and with the opacity turned down, and with the feathered edge, so he used a soft round brush for that. That's kind of interesting to me. You can kind of see it in the hair bits around the eyes too. I like this Pokemon. I think it's a really cool design. Very cool. Now, if you guys know anything about me, I love Tauros. I was born in May, so I'm a Tauros myself, so I've always had a special bond with this Pokemon. I've always loved him ever since the very beginning. But I liked what they did here with him. They gave him a couple different forms from what I understand. What is it, Fire, Water, and Combat or something. So he's a fighting type now, and I love... Dude, when I first saw this, I love Black Tauros. Black Tauros is awesome. Look at that. I wish we had this skin in Stadium 1 and 2 and 3. But, you know, it's nice to see him here. The horns, I kind of wish those were a little less neutered. I kind of want him to have maybe like more pointy horns, since he is a fighting form here, I think, from what I know. I got all these from Smogon or Cerebi, Cetabi. Anyway, so yeah, really love this. This is really, really cool. I wish they would do more of this. But see, something like this isn't that bad because it's not like super duper transformative, right? We can still tell it's Tauros. He still looks like himself, but they just kind of gave him a color swap and changed his head a little bit. Really cool. I love it. You don't have to do much to make something new, and I wish they would kind of understand that. Here's another one where he has some red bits added to his mane. I like this one a lot better than the first one. I like what they did with his tails. That's pretty cool. I like the stance. I like the horns. The whole 9 yards. Really cool. Black Tauros for life. Pretty awesome. Here's another one that is got some blue bits. This is the water one. I don't like the horns. I'm going to be honest with you. I get it. Maybe they're just like bulging with water. I don't really understand that, but it's not bad. I like it. I mean, Black Tauros is pretty cool. Not much to say more about that. Okay, so to my understanding, this is one of the legendary Pokemon from Violet, and that was going to be the version that I was going to get. Because to my understanding, you can ride these guys, which is kind of weird. I don't know why you'd want to ride... well, riding a legendary Pokemon has always been a thing since the very beginning in our minds and hopes and dreams. That's totally fine. Why you'd want to ride a Pokemon that turns into a bicycle? Kind of stupid. Not gonna lie to you guys. When I first heard that, I was like, God, they really are out of ideas, aren't they? Holy shit. Like, who wants to do that? And I've seen them flying around on these Pokemon. You get them super early, I guess. But I like this guy's design. If I were to choose one, he would be the one I choose. I love Violet. Beautiful color. I like this guy's design. to a certain degree. I think it works better like this. When he's in his bike form, it's kind of stupid, just dumb. Anyway, but I would choose this guy over anybody else. This guy, let me go back a slide here. This guy's name is Miraidon, which is future Don, or future dinosaur in Japanese. This guy's name is Koraidon, which is ancient dinosaur. Now, this guy's design, interesting, but the tires in the chest and stuff is a little on the nose. The whole concept, again, of like tires being built into the Pokemon's design is kind of ridiculous, but I guess it's not bad. But I like the other one, Miraidon, better than Koraidon. But this, it's getting a little ridiculous. He doesn't look bad. He's giving me some Velociraptor vibes. But guys, we're going to get into some Pokemon that really just have me going, what the fuck, Game Freak? What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, God, guys, stop making these games for a while. Take a break. Take a break. But it's such a mammoth franchise that they have no choice. They have to keep making these every year. They're stuck. They're too successful for their own good. Look at this. This Pokemon is named Sandy Shocks. For God's sakes, when I saw this, I was like, what the fuck is this? I get it. He's got the filings, the iron filings at the ends of the magnets, like we always should do in science class, whatever. But really, Sandy Shocks? Seriously? Come on, Game Freak. What the absolute fuck? Like, come on, dude. That's just so stupid. It's like, come on, kids deserve better than this. You know what I mean? This is unnecessary. I mean, it's just it doesn't. It's not that it looks bad. It's just. I mean, it's just weird. Sandy Shocks? Why? It's just so strange. You know, Magneton didn't need anything else. He's already got that one absurd evolution that added, Magnezone or whatever. I was like, I rolled my eyes so fucking hard when I saw that shit for the first time. I was like, oh my God, dude. They're hiring people off the street to give ideas for pocket monsters. Oh my God. And look what they did to my boy, Tyranitar. What is this? He looks like he's like a gummy or something. He looks like he's made out of candy. I don't get this at all. What's his name? Iron something? I don't even know his name. But dude, come on, man. What the fuck? Like, it's just weird. Like, look at his arms. Impractical. He can't do anything. He can't pick anything up. He can't enjoy life. He's just stuck looking like a fucking goofy doofus, you know? Just stupid. Not necessary. Don't like it at all. Look what they did to Donphan. Why? It bears a striking resemblance to Donphan. Yeah, that's because it is Donphan with some frou-frou bits added around his feet for some reason. He looks more prehistoric. I guess that's what they're trying to go for with a lot of these Pokemon we're going to look at. But jeez Louise, man, it just does not work. It does not work, Game Freak. Take a fucking break, for God's sakes. Let the ideas cook. Let them simmer. Yeah, something, do something, man. Jeez Louise. And then they did it again. Look at this. Iron Tusk or whatever this is. It's a robot. It's a machine. A machine Donphan? Why, dude? I have no words. There are no words for this. I mean, it's interesting as a concept. It looks interesting to look at, but why? Why does this exist? It's kind of dumb. I mean, as a concept, it's interesting, but not as like an actual. This is not a Pokemon to me. You know what I mean? This is not. I don't know. Again, people will bring up Electrode, Voltorb, and Magnemite and whatever, but those Pokemon had character. This is just ridiculous. This is unnecessary. You can't even compare this to the Electrode and Voltorb and Grimer and Muck and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you can, but it's not, the argument's not very strong. This is just ridiculous. Corviknight, badass Pokemon. I did enjoy him. Corvisquire, I think, is his first evolution. Really clever names. Corvisquire, Corviknight, very cool. The Squire becomes a knight. Love it. Love this Pokemon. Love Ravens. Love the colors. Love the design. Everything about Corviknight kicks ass, and I wish we had more of this in this Pokedex, in this video. Unfortunately, we don't. It gets a little bit worse from here, but Corviknight, badass. Love it. Love it. Gets my stamp of approval as an OG old head. What the fuck did they do to my boy Entei? What is this? What did they do? This is so stupid. He's got fucking bananas on his head. Why? Why did they ruin him? They gave him, like, what are those, mutton chops? I don't know, dude. This is stupid. Very, very bad. When I saw this, I was like, really, guys? Come on, dude. Really stupid. I have nothing else to say about it. It's just really dumb. I know they're trying to go for like some jungle headdress, ooga booga style stuff, you know, but it does not work. It looks like shit. What the fuck did they do to Daiku, or whatever you want to call him in English? His name is Daiko in Japanese, electric thunderball, essentially a thunderball. Yeah, it's stupid. What is this? Horizon Zero Dawn? No, it's not. It's Pokemon. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. Look what they did to Raikou, whatever. Look what they did to him. I mean, for God's sakes, it's why did this have to happen? I always call him Raikou now because that's how you actually say his name in Japanese. But yeah, this is. I have no words for this, dude. My boy looks like he should be eating leaves at the top of a tree, not, you know, spitting out electricity. But anyway, last but not least, look what they did to Suicune. Dude, I have no words for this. What the fuck is this, man? Why did they ruin the legendary dogs? We used to call them the legendary dogs back in the day. Most people call them legendary beasts these days. I don't know. I still call them dogs because that's what we used to. But look, why did they do this, man? Why did this have to happen? Clearly, Game Freak, the Pokemon Company in general, is out of ideas. And I can't really blame them. I mean, what else would you do if you were forced as a studio to pump these games out almost every year? You know, eventually, I mean, if you ask me, the quality went to shit after Gen 3. Like, truly went to shit after Gen 3. I think the last greatest Pokemon game was Crystal, for sure. Fire Red and Leaf Green were great too, but Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald were great as well in their own way. Yeah, maybe I'll be more generous. I think Emerald was probably the last greatest Pokemon game, actually. I gotta be fair to Gen 3. There are some great Pokemon in there, and those were great games too. But yeah, this is ridiculous, guys. Holy shit. They need to stop. Game Freak needs to stop. Or they need to stop, or they need to be stopped, you know, but I'm just glad, dude, that I'm not coming up in today's time, that I got to enjoy Pokemon when it first came to the States, when it was at its peak. Everybody was excited about it, and it wasn't beaten to death, you know. Back in the day, by the time Crystal came out, Pokemania was kind of waning. Pokemania was like at a fever pitch, you know, when Gold and Silver came out, and then Crystal came out, it started to wane. By the time Ruby and Sapphire came out, it had kind of dropped in popularity and then went through a rough patch for a while. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I feel bad for kids who think this is good. This is absolute dog shit. I gotta be honest. You know me, man. I'm unfiltered, dude. I won't lie. But yeah, there's some good Pokemon in this video, but for the most part, it's pretty fucking awful. But anyway, guys, if you enjoy these videos, if you enjoy the old school commentary of a bitter old Gen 1 and 2 fan, then keep coming back and like and subscribe. Consider picking up my science fiction trilogy, Zeitgeist, available now on Amazon.com. Link in the description below. And as always, これからもよろしくお願いします。